Hello everyone. Welcome on into Newcastle. Yeah, the third club in 3 days. This is going to take some getting used to. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Stream 31. If you missed yesterday, yeah, some FM26 things went down. So a job we applied for at Manjung finally came back to us so long after we joined Wellington that the whole "you've been at that club like not long enough" thing had already passed over, and as it turns out, they weren't £1 million in debt. And chat said we should go to Newcastle. So if you're here for the Wellington Phoenix women's save, so sorry about that. But we're here at Newcastle, who are supposed to be better and, of course, can play Champions League football if we get that far. But welcome on in. We're also this weird, awkward thing yesterday where we didn't know how good our players were because we had no staff. I've fixed that off camera, and we're about to hopefully do some transfer business. So welcome on in. Hope you're all doing well. If the Bodster's out there, I just realised too, yesterday I thought you were doing a player search. It was renaming new gen. We can actually see today what the new gens look like here at the club in the reserve team. So if you want to redo that, we can do that today. I didn't actually realise I completely got that wrong with my activity feed yesterday was doing the wrong stuff. But welcome in everyone. Hope you're ready to get stuck in at Newcastle, and hopefully Perth won't then realise that we interviewed with them a couple of months ago. I don't think we'd go to Perth anyway because they're supposed to be worse than Newcastle. So, yeah, geez, it was interesting yesterday. Let's get stuck into things. Also, let's get some tunes on in the background, eh? It's Christmas Eve. Do you want festive music or not? Because I feel like some of it's quite punishing. I think we might just go with normal music. This is definitely not a Christmas song. Right, let's turn that down a touch too, because I hit that up a little bit louder before because I didn't realise that Big Jet plane was so quiet. If you've got any other good Jet songs out there too, I can play during the intro while I whip up something on Suno. Let me know. I tried last night and the Jet songs were not good. I'll tell you it right now. I spent yesterday morning doing Wellington Phoenix songs, and there was only so much AI music I could cop in one day. So yeah, I haven't quite got that far yet. Apologies if you were here for the new AI tunes, but I mean you've missed out on a couple of Wellington Phoenix songs now. Right, so let's show you our squad because we could yesterday. Also, I need to just do this quickly because it's gonna. Yep, there we go. Go to the right size and the right color. Right, so let's look at our squad because you guys couldn't see this yesterday because we didn't have any staff here. So we now have the star ratings. Now, to be fair, usually we've still got players away at the under-20 FIFA World Cup, and Australia are in the final. So these players, good youth players, but both those centre-backs would usually come in, would probably change our bench in this case. So that either way, it would usually have McKee on one side, Hurst on the other. I think that's the right way around too. Sakita would go in the cam and Loiter on the bench. So that's, if we just do this again and go to the tactic, because I've had to change the tactic a little bit as well, because we don't actually have a DM outright. So we're actually going a bit more forward in our midfield than we were at Manjung and I guess Wellington, but we never played a game, so there's not really a Wellington tactic. So yeah, here's how we look. So Makani, I've taken off the transfer list, easily our best goalkeeper, even though it says she's a cup goalkeeper. So I think we'll keep hold of her unless a good bid comes in, because 600 a week is quite a high wage. At right back, Ella Buchanan. What do I want to say, Ali? Ella Buchanan, good local player, solid, good vision. So we're probably going to use her as a playmaker wing back just because we want to get that vision going, which could be interesting. We're essentially just doing all these roles to suit the players in our squad. We've got the two centre-backs who I haven't seen any of yet because they've been at that Under-20 World Cup about to play the final. McKee as a straight-out centre-back. Solid, good potential at 19 years old. And Karkasi. Now, we had a look at her yesterday because she's tall. Like, she's tall. 1.83, 20 jumping reach. Should be a bit of a weapon for us from set pieces. So, excited about those two. Now, we need to sign a left back. We've got Sparks. I had to call her up from the reserves. And you can see we need better than that, don't we? So, yeah, Natalie Sparks is the area that we definitely need to upgrade on. So keep that in mind. In midfield, now a player that I've had an early issue with here since yesterday's stream, Ruby Sullivan. She wanted a contract extension, a new contract. She wants to be a designated player on 1K a week. So no, because if we look at our wage budget, that's an issue here at Newcastle. It's the only issue here at Newcastle. The rest of the finances are pretty good, but we're 2.4K over our wage budget somehow. So we clearly couldn't give a 1K a week. It did upset some fellow squad members. I had to go back in and try and offer a new contract, and it went down to 600 a week, or 650 a week, kicking in at the start of the 2032 season. So just to make sure we're not going to get off to a horrific start here, because, you know, it's our second club, it's our third club in like the space of 3 months. We've given her a contract extension, so she will be staying. Ruby Sullivan. She's just had that all come through. She's happy with her contract, all that sort of stuff. So it doesn't kick in for a while, which is nice. Yeah. So that's quite handy. She keeps on the 350 a week for the moment, because that could have been a bummer. Would have been really good to keep her because she's got good potential, but also she's only okay. Like, I wouldn't have minded getting rid of her, but the rest of the squad were kind of kicking up a stink about it. So we will make her a regular starter too, because I briefly had a transfer listed because of that drama that was going on. But she's there as channel midfielder. We've got Sarah O'Donoghue as a advanced playmaker. Looks a bit better there with those attributes, I think. So she's going to be there in midfield alongside, 25 years old, good current ability and potential. As well as that, we've got Naomi at right wing. We had there in the friendlies today, Voisey Yalden starting, but she's, well, got good potential. Current ability is not quite there, but she looked really good in that game that we played, albeit against, not sure the quality. Naomi does look a little bit better, albeit with less potential, so we'll see which one looks better on the right wing. Early indications are it might actually be Voisey Yalden, but we'll see. Scholarship player too, so that's quite handy. Saketa is another one I haven't seen any of yet because she's at the Under-20 World Cup. Good potential, 3-star current ability. Looks quite suited to the second striker that we were using at Munjung. So all good there. Out left is one of the players in the League Dream 11, and Talon Henniker. Good current ability, a little bit of potential at 24 years old, our star player. And up front, we have got Leah De Oliveira, who's more of a left winger but can do a job up front and looks pretty good as well. So you look at the star ratings there, especially when we go to the squad page, and you're probably actually thinking this team's worse than what we had at Wellington. Season preview wise though, we are supposed to be better. Of course, take that with a pinch of salt. You can see actually, have they got, no, there's Talon. Yeah, we're supposed to be a little bit better than Wellington, not by a huge amount. Yeah, if Perth come after us, we're going to tell them to shove off at those odds. And there was one other thing, because we did get some players on our shortlist at Wellington. A couple of them we've been able to rescout here at Newcastle. If I find the right one, because I'm looking at wing backs here, we've brought in on trial Carly Losbucken, who we also either trialled or scouted at Wellington, and I'm pretty sure her current ability and potential was a lot more than that at Wellington. So I think that's a good sign that we're going to be sweet as here. Like, we've actually moved to a better team. So yeah, I think that does show that despite those star ratings, it's a better overall team here at Newcastle, but we definitely need a left back. That is a horrific area of the squad. We've got Sparks as first choice currently. I've got Zara Ferris as a backup, but she's more, well, we're training her as a left back. She's got more current ability, actually. Yeah, the options aren't good there. If we can get one left back in at least, that's essential. The other areas aren't too bad. There's all players here with decent potential, so I suppose we stick with what we've got considering the wage issues. A couple of players I am not planning on using. Francisca Migliazza, we have been starting with Saketa being away, but I don't... Actually, wait, no, that's the complete wrong player. I've got that wrong. Milisavljevic, that's the one. Foreigner, not that much potential. I reckon we can get rid of her. I reckon we can do better than that for a foreign spot. So we've transfer listed her, no action so far, but one player that we have got some action on, considering that we've got Julia Balaginte as a backup goalkeeper who looks quite handy, is this one, Jodie Whiteman. I don't know why she was listed as the number 1 goalkeeper here, and they were going to keep her instead of the American, because, yeah, she's not as good. So we have transfer listed her, and she's about to go to Manchester City, which is a little bit concerning, actually, because, you know, that's a good club. But 6K and 25% profit from next sale. So we won't see that much of it. But Man City is a club that thumped us before we got here in the preseason. Actually, no, it's not. Chelsea was, and London City was. We played a couple of English clubs before I got here, and we got pumped by all of them, barring Spurs, because they're Spurs. But, yeah, we're going to make our first sale. For 6K of Jodie Whiteman. Off she goes. We'll see if that does much to the transfer budget. I can already see we won't get 1K from that, but it frees up a foreign spot. And we do need to sort out a left back. I have got this tactic, which is the Manjung one. It's been going okay since we played that friendly yesterday. And thank you for the follow, the FM Doctor. Turbo indeed. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we played that one yesterday. Since I've sorted out the actual player roles, now I know what's going on with our squad, because we've got staff here. 8-1 thumping of the Adamstown Rosebuds, which sounds like the team of a former WWE wrestler. And only 4-2 against the emerging Jets, sort of slacked off after we made it 4-0. So not too sure what to make of that. So yeah. Hey, you're doing very good. So I really need to update the save command for this, but so much has happened in such a short space of time. It's a Journeyman save. We spent 5 years to start off at a club called Manjung City in Malaysia. Then we made the move to the Wellington Phoenix Women for all of 2 months, not realising their finances were so bad, because you can't check that on this year's game. They're £1 million in debt. Then Newcastle gave us an interview for a job that we applied for back when we were at Manjung, offered us a coaching badge, which we definitely weren't going to get at Wellington, and the chat said we should come to Newcastle because they offered us the job. So if we find our career and our history, there's a really weird looking thing here in 2030. We have managed 3 clubs because we spent 2 months, and it might not have even been that long, at Wellington. But yeah, we spent a lot of time at Manjung, got them into a continental qualification contender in Malaysia, ACL Elite last season, but weren't in Asia this season, and are now moved to the Ninja A-League, so the women's side of the A-League. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're just showing now that we can work in women's football, and hopefully work these guys up to being or these girls up to being a Champions League contender. You've got to win the league in the final series to qualify for the Asian Champions League, because I think, if I check things right, Sydney are the only Australian team in this, and indeed they are. It's a pretty tiny sort of situation with the Champions League in Asia on the women's side. So yeah, it is legitimately the Champions League. You've got to actually win. Old school. So we can do that here. We obviously can't do it at Wellington because they're a New Zealand club. Still not sure if my fellow countrymen have forgiven me about yesterday, but it was chat made the final decision. So we've sort of jumped the ditch, and we're now at the Jets. Oh, British Isles save, trying to win everything in Britain. Oh, we could quadruple on the Isle of Man, just trying to move country now. Nice. Yeah, Beefy, we actually got into quite a good spot at Manjung finally. But yeah, the chat 2 days ago were quite keen for me to go to Wellington, and then yesterday they decided actually no, Newcastle might be better. So I've been hopping all over the place without managing a game actually. So we did a proper, well, we were worse than Eric Ten Hag because at least he managed a couple of games at Leverkusen. Yeah, we just haven't done anything at Wellington. We signed a player and that was it. But at least we've now done some transfer business here. So we desperately need a left back because this youngster we called up is not going to cut it. Eventually will, but we really need to find a left back. Now, what have we got now? We do have the transfer funds, but we're still well over the wage budget, which is a concern. We can't change our wage budget, which is great. Beefy, there is a salary cap in this league, so that's probably justifiable. Well, if we're going to have to try and sign someone, it just depends what we do. If I go squad planner, we do also have, I've actually, before I forget to, cooked up a direct counter-attacking version of that same tactic. I want to stick with what we did at Manjung, but if we find the club culture, which will be under vision, the board don't care actually, so it doesn't matter, but the supporters want us to play direct counter-attacking football, but also entertaining. It is more preferred, so I think we can just kind of stick with what we want to do, but just in case I did the direct tactic there, but I think we want to do what we did at Manjung. Just no DM is a bit of a worry. We could have put Sullivan there, but not. I think you may as well leave her in a more natural spot, hopefully, especially because she's now, well, she was kicking up a stink before. But yeah, we're still missing a couple of players on this under-20 World Cup, and we start the season in November. So that was the other thing that's kind of held us up, because it's a big old gap. The season's quite truncated here. We start against the worst team and we're at home. So surely off to a good start. That Wellington game is going to be tasty as well. But before then, need to find a left back, which hopefully we can get onto soon. We've got a couple of options here on our shortlist. I'll just refresh it because, yeah, we've got a couple of people who might have popped up since last time. Now, we can't probably spend any money. We do have 1k in our budget now, but I don't think it's going to be very useful. Now, Selene Cortez wasn't injured before, and now she is. So there goes one of the options we had for a left back. Yeah, she's out for 2 to 3 months. So not much point signing her given that. We could get Lost Buchan in, but as I was pointing out earlier, it doesn't look as good as she did when we were at the Phoenix, and her left foot's pretty horrific. So I'm not sure if she'd actually suit out left. We can get a Chilean in, a little bit on the old, well, same age as Ross Buchan. Has an okay left foot. This one, Valentina Diaz, has a face as well, which is always nice. The wage is a bit of a concern maybe, but if Como want it, that might be a decent sign. And there's some other options down here, but I don't think they're great. Marija Maslak. Okay, but only okay. This was the other one who has a contract expiring soon. Also has just got injured, but that's not as bad. An Egyptian left back, Habiba Omar. Probably looks the best option actually, but we'll have to see wage-wise because the age is a lot better. No strength, but wing backs may not need that. And they don't with what we do here. So maybe Omar is the one at the moment, wanted by Como as well. Yeah. I'm kind of hoping we might get some more people come for our scouting centre, truth be told. So I didn't see this one. Ula Omerzu is okay. Can do a bit of a job at multiple positions. Anyway, we might just wait and see, but we definitely need to get a left back in. This is actually working over here too. It's actually worked a bit more since I last checked. Yeah, actually getting some decent suggestions now that we've moved to Australia, and they have people who actually do scouting work apparently. We'll add them all to the shortlist, but I don't know. Oh, apparently Ikanen, her contract's about to expire, so that's okay. 32's on the older side. And yeah, right, I'll just check Ikanen. That left foot's horrific. She's not a left back, is she? Despite being a Finnish international. This injury for her is not horrific, but Akamark. Contract's expiring soon. She's actually got a left foot. That's encouraging. Maybe her. The wage on her is actually not too bad either. Like compared to some of the other ones that were up a bit further, but they do like Omar, and it's probably the preferred option. Can we, like, if I look at this, does it say the wage? Not available, unknown, transfer interest. What if we ask the agent? She wouldn't be interested, but interested in a loan instead. Well, what's the point? Because her contract expires when her loan ends, and that's when our season starts. Okay, that might not be a great idea then, Omar. Anyway, we might just wait a touch and hopefully get some more people coming through. Yeah, lost bucking would be great, but it's a bit that left foot's not ideal for what we do. I think we want our left backs to have a good left foot to whip balls into the mixer. I still can't find coaches. I have tried to delegate all that to my Doff, so he might actually stop the advert, and I hope that actually gets him to do some work. And unfortunately, Australia, well, I say unfortunately, I'm a New Zealander, that's a complete lie, but Australia did lose the final of the Under-20 World Cup to Denmark, so Denmark might be the nation where the best women's youth footballs are coming from. Yeah, we just did look at you with no left foot, though. That was the issue I had with you. But we've definitely got more of an idea about this team today, because yesterday was a bit of a shooting in the dark with no staff here. We couldn't see preferred roles, preferred positions, anything like that. So kind of a miracle that we won a friendly game 5-0, given all that. But we've made some adjustments now, and hopefully we're going to be able to work here with the Jets. Sasha Grove was... Oh, yeah, Leicester. Way too good for us. Right, don't know why I was even bothering looking. Also, we do need to keep an eye on this sort of stuff, because yeah, we need to fill out our women's database having come over from the men's side. Just make sure the scouts are finding these handy players and whatnot, especially in case a good left back pops up for us, who might be a better option than what's currently on the menu, for lack of a better term. Yeah, hopefully you're doing well out there, because Christmas Eve, hope you're excited. Well, at least it is here. It's here. It's probably not in some places, but you know, all excited about the big day. Yeah, Bickett, I would quite like to get rid of you, because you have no potential. Please leave. Okay, fine. And the transfer window is actually open. I thought that didn't open for ages. No, we don't need to look. Don't need that position. Okay. Hopefully we can. Oh, hold on. Chris is negative about the fact I've just said I want to sign someone. That's quite interesting. I thought that would actually excite the media, the fact that they can actually do some work and try and figure out what I want to sign. Apparently not. Interesting media here in Australia. Good old Chris. But yeah, there's the confirmation of the madness that's gone on here in 2030 in game. I don't want to tell you, Ella, I really think Ella has got the wrong face there, but anyway. And we also trialed a bunch of people that we got on our free agent list from back at the Knicks. So we'll just add these back to our shortlist. This could actually be a really handy way to find someone who can come in. But I think Carly was probably the top option, being local. But we were looking at her, I think, as a right back option back at the Knicks. So left back here is a bit not as ideal. But we'll add them all on our shortlist, the ones with more than 3-star potential. But you can see some of these are not as good as they were looking back over at Wellington. So it's a good sign that we've actually moved to a better club. Decent potential on Reem. If we can find a way to get her involved as well as maybe a better first choice, that might be an option. Send Sparks back down to the second team. There's Princess. She's still got a decent bit of potential. But yeah, we're doing the good old admin-y stuff here. And we've got reserves physio. I was hoping they'd actually sign someone for the first team coaching-wise, because we're still quite light on coaching staff here. The rest we've managed to sort out, but yeah, some of it needs work. It's fair to say. Oh, you are. Oh, no left foot, really? Otherwise, really ideal. Well, they did the shortlist anyway, but what's up with left backs having no left foot? Striker, midfielder, I think we're okay, especially one that costs money. Right back, we don't need one at 33 years old. Right, you might pay to play the waiting game here for a little bit and just see what pops up a bit closer to the start of the season for a left back, just to make sure we make a good decision there. If we can make one, we might not even be able to sign someone with the wage budget situation. All right, Canberra have gone after Princess. That is fine, I think. We have to let that one go and just focus on a left back. Jessica Marnie is fine. We're about to play Olympic and a friendly, but I've got the set piece coach in charge of those now. Yeah, okay, no, still can't get a PA either. There's a coach. Not ideal, really. I tried to do the thing, and they all, even the ones that want to initially be reserve assistant managers, as soon as you offer them the first team job, their wage demands go up by a solid £500, which is a bit mental. But yeah, apparently that's just FM26 things, right? We've actually got our full team back now, so we can put out a good squad for this. So Dreva and the other one we're going to come in here for. I'm still learning the player names, not being mean, but they will come in there because they're supposed to be in the team. And we also were missing, who was down here? Migliazza, I think we wanted instead of Essen, who is, yeah, not that great. So a couple of those players should now go back down to the B team. She's not leaving till January? Oh, okay. So we haven't actually helped our funds out that much wage-wise currently, have we? No. That's a shame. Could have really used the extra wage now. All right, you're not very good. You are okay, but not in a position we need to look at. You're very good. Serbian striker, 19 as well. Ooh. Okay, if we can find some spare money on you, that might not be the worst idea. We already know about you. Okay. Is the transfer room in doing much else? No, not really. Okay. But I'm hopeful that we're going to start getting into some actual games after we've played what we had. This is like the 5th day in a row we've done streams. And it's been a couple now without playing a game. Jumping around clubs has not helped at all. Right, we can praise training, so we'll get the morale back, because some of these players got a bit upset when I wasn't offering Sullivan a contract that they deemed acceptable, because she wanted too much money for the club to be able to offer. But thankfully, with a couple of sneaky clauses, we're able to sort that out. Now, we'll criticise your training because we want to sell you, so hopefully she gets upset at some stage and maybe that starts to push her out the door. But at the moment, the players don't mind our criticism. So now I think of it, I'm not sure I have it on the right save file. Anyway, just a name. We'll sort it out later if that's not the case. Gatehouse, that's a defender, but I think a centre back come right back. Australian free agent. Yeah, Sophie Gatehouse does look quite handy, but not really a spot of essential improvement for us. We played that friendly 6-0, so that's good. With some of our better players coming back in, yeah, good performance that. So that's encouraging. Saketa with a goal, coming back from the World Cup, and the centre back's keeping a clean sheet. So I think we like that. Can't read too much into it, of course, but given the whole quality of opposition, but encouraging score lines, especially since we've changed these roles and the shape somewhat to suit our squad. But still, that left back's going to need to be improved. So we've got 3 more games. We actually are going to have to make a call soon just to make sure we do sign someone. We are still getting these come through though, so we'll just tick over a little bit. If someone pops up that's just amazing, that would help right now as a left back. We're getting anything but, well, we are getting left backs to be fair, but some of them just don't have left foots. So that doesn't help. Centre mid, striker, and no, okay. Not ideal. Pretty much every club wants, I mean, I can understand why most clubs want her to be fair. But not an essential area for us. So, no updates there either. It's probably Omar, isn't it? But she didn't want to come here. Like all of these, she's the only one with a left foot. We do have the £500 that we could pay, but I don't really want to spend money. But I was hoping to get someone a bit better than that, honestly. Ikonen was, yeah, no left foot. Better attributes, but no left foot, so that's a bit of a concern. Maslak might be better than she looks in terms of the actual star rating. Maria Maslak, maybe there's a reason that the scouts have got her as an excellent pickup. Yeah, Omar would be my pick, but that contract's a bit weird. 55 days. We can try, I suppose, and just see, because the end of her contract would still be handy. Doesn't want to come though. Okay, so we can't do that one. So it does kind of mean from this list, unless there's a sneaky good one down here. I mean, Bagardo's not bad. The wages are concerned at Colo Colo of $440 a week. So I don't know if we can afford that. But that's a bit of an upgrade actually on what else is on this list. Can't afford, and no left foot. So it's looking like Bagardo and the rest of the short list. The player is injured. Lost Buckham with no left foot. Diaz. Diaz isn't too bad either. We can actually do a few positions quite well. It can cover both sides. Might not be the worst idea, Diaz, actually. So it's between Diaz and Belgado, I think was the name. Enjoys big matches. I don't know if we actually play big matches here until we get to the Champions League, but although we do have a final series, so I suppose that does count. Fairly susceptible to problems, not to injuries. So that's okay. There's a few cons there though. 1, 2, and we're fine for that. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, some of that stuff's not as conny as it sounds. Cristobal, oh shit, yeah, that was the one with no left foot either. Merzu's more of a centre back here. Not horrible, but where was whatchamacallit? Is she not on the shortlist for some reason? Not. Why not? She might not be interested coming here, that might be the issue. Unknown. Yeah, okay, that's probably the thing with her. So maybe we just stick to who we know is going to be able to come or want to come. And Diaz, who was wanted by Como as well. Yeah, that was why we didn't mind the look of that. Contract expiring soon. If we ask agent, we're very keen. Wouldn't be interested. Right, okay, so much for that. What can we do here? You're not loan listed, Nari. No, okay, that would have been quite handy, Sydney. Yeah. Oh no, Bogado does want to. Okay, well, very keen. Wouldn't be. Well, why are they listed as being interested? Seriously, the filters on the game this year are trash sometimes. Merzu might end up being, or Maslak. Maslak is highly rated by our scouts. Right. Oh, it's a bad wage. 450. We'll see if we can do that. Not sure if we can. You probably start as well. That's the weird thing here. Unless we do find someone better down the line, but we could just sneak you onto a regular starter to try and entice you. And 280. 280 is the most that we can do. Okay. Might have to do some madness here. But that, at least we know now what we can afford. 280. We'll give you a sell-on fee because we get stuff all of it anyway. Nah, she's not going to come. So we need to find someone who wants a wage of 280 as well. You're not very good, so let's just remove you straight away from the shortlist. And neither are you at Como. No one really looking for a replacement. Right, so we need to keep an eye on the wage here as well. We're going to have to ignore the lack of a left foot on some of these players. I feel like some of the attributes won't be... I mean, she can cross to be fair, Merzu. Might not be as bad as I think. It's a reasonable left foot. That's probably good enough for what we need here. No idea what she wants. We can afford her wage. Okay, that's a start. A Merzu might be the goer. There's a bit of a concern that we're going for a foreign spot on someone a little bit average though. What was this one looking like? I mean, no, she's going to want a horrific wage. Yeah, no, it's not going to work. Who else here is a 0 on a fee that might actually want to come? Cristobal? weak left foot. We can ask it what you would want. I'm not sure. Okay, that's probably just a touch too high. I might be able to work on it. We look at the two of them though. Christabel compared to how do I do that? Yeah, here we go. The name of that other player I was looking at. Where's she gone? Not our players. Not on there. Okay, hold on. Christabel and Amerzu, that's what I was looking at. Okay, why is that not working like it should be? This game is just wonderful. Okay, I think if we're looking at a left back here, mostly average attributes, but not horrific on Amerzu. Christabel, mostly good attributes, or more decent than average. Just that left foot is a potential red flag, but can we do any better? Probably not. With what we have available. Oh, her. Yeah, you're probably still better off looking at Christabel, aren't we? All right, we might go after you. Regular starter. Boom, boom. Come on. Oh, why am I looking at 280 for her? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd like to get rid of these, but we probably need to keep them in for the moment. Not that. And I suppose we'll give you a release clause because it's not like they get used a lot in women's football, I don't think. Easy E, welcome in. Hope you're doing well, man. We're just trying to make a actual signing here because we need a left back. And she hasn't got a left foot, but we need a left back. Okay, 260 for Sylvia Christabel. Really like her apart from the weak left foot, but with our wage constraints, that's probably about as good as we can do. Yeah, versatile. I just wish the footedness was the other way around because I'll show you. Because we've got staff in now, so we know how good our players are, which is, you know, quite handy. I had to call this player up from our reserve team at left back. We need better, don't we? So that's why we're prioritising left back. Because that's the best we've got there. This Buchanan, no, can't play the other side. Yeah, we're a bit weak there. We could try and get Caro to work on it, but yeah. Yeah, it does. So, it does. We can use her off the bench, I think, but yeah. It's just, oh god, dear. Oh dear, my sugar's gone. Whoa, it's gone. Okay, is there a bubble? Right, I'll just sort this out quickly. Right, hopefully that sorts it. So this is, I usually do this at night time, but I had a shower before I stream, so I changed it. It's easy to put a new needle in yourself when you're clean, isn't it? Yeah, good work rate, but yeah, needless to say, it's the area we need to improve. Like the rest of the team is not too bad. Looks worse than what we had at Wellington, but like some of the players who we had shortlisted at Wellington, not as highly rated here. Yeah, so we need at least one left back. We've got Ferris who can also do a job there. Might actually be a better option to keep in the first team. But yeah, so we've got players. They're just not, I wouldn't say, first team ready. So that's why I'm trying to find a first choice left back, which hopefully we might have now sorted, but we can only afford like 280 a week because we're already over our wage budget by a couple of grand somehow. We have sold a player, but she hasn't left yet. So that's another thing. But yeah. Yeah, attributes and potential aren't bad for either of those, but yes, exactly. That's what I'm thinking after you mentioned it. But yeah, we've changed our stuff around a little bit. Okay, any players not registered will need to arrange a mutual termination and leave immediately. I was not aware of this. A-League is weird. Right, scholarship players don't need to be registered, apparently. Yes, scholarship players sit outside the roster. Cool. We're getting rid of you, so you can go away. It does mean we're supposed to register a goalkeeper. So we probably actually do need to register the backup goalkeeper, annoyingly. Of the rest, we do need Karkasi. We do want you in the team as well. Scholarship, so you're fine. We have filled out our entire squad, have we? That's a problem. Scholarship, that's fine. I mean, you're transfer listed. I don't really want to keep you here. Scholarship. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. And let go of that foreigner that I don't really like, as well as Whiteman, who's leaving eventually anyway. It's a kind of mental way they do this. Yeah, I'm kind of between those two. I want to leave one spot spare for the other one. So if we do this, that's probably what we're going to do with the left back coming in. A-League is so weird. Right. Right, yes, squad. Yes, I just did this. Cool. Oh, right, it's been deducted from our transfer budget. Love that. Laura Essen. Oh, yeah, cool. You were in our B team, I thought. So, whatevs. You're not that great. Right. Oh, down. She's gone to Western Sydney. Okay, maybe I should have looked at her a bit more. Yeah, that's the squad I think I want. Now that players are being cut. I mean, we kind of need to sign a goalkeeper. In a mental way. Got so many foreign spots too. Yeah, a lot of 5-star potentials. Why is she actually registered? I think so. I think so. Why are you? Okay, right, there's a couple of players here that we can get rid of that we don't need. Yeah, why are some of you guys... Right, I've just figured out what we can do here. Right, hold on, let me go back to the first team squad. So we're allowed 23 players. Yes, Reuters now number 10. So then you go for that, and that's our 22 players. With a left back about to come in, but we can potentially check a few more from the reserves actually for that squad registration, can't we? Oh, hello. Oh, for God's sake. Always happens when I start streaming this thing. Yes, please shush. Okay. Okay, that's a horrific decision. Don't offer her a contract. She's bad. If I go to the registration thing again, I want to get rid of anyone really that's not got potential. So if we can do this, yeah, those 3 should probably be going. Save us on some wage as well. We need to register the goalkeeper now. But if we go to the reserve squad and just check ability-wise, if anyone's sneaky down there that could be useful throughout the year, like there's what we can do. Get in clear cell, and then we don't need to worry about the goalkeeper situation. That helps. Sorry, people, I didn't realize registration was going to be this much of a headache here. No, don't want you. So we've got how many more spots? 3 plus who we're going to add. Yeah, Arbor might be handy. Akamana's okay centre backs. We'll add her in. I think that's really all we want to do, isn't it? Reading, maybe? It's Reading or Vasari. But neither of them got that much potential. We might be okay with that squad. Boomfa. Don't tell me I've waited too long for that. Surely I mean, the transfer window isn't open yet. Surely we're fine. I'm sorry, it hasn't closed yet. Surely we'll be fine. Fine. Where's our freaking player? Already knew about her being a goalkeeper. And yes, we've just done that. Okay, so a couple of players have left now. Cool, we'll add to shortlist. What is going on with this player that we've got the bid in for? Yes, bidded. I mean, please come here. No hurry, but, we are kind of desperate for a left back. No one good sneaking in here. Probably can't get, looks like. No, you're not the right position. Which I don't even know if that last one had good potential. But anyway, I'll show you facilities quickly easy because I've just been getting a bit wrapped up in the red then. Okay, so if Canberra just signed someone, so clearly there's still signings happening. Of course, she's Australian, so that might be one where they can get away with that being under a certain age. And if I suppose they've taken a scholarship contract, 'cause that's another thing. Okay, that concerns me. Yeah, Backmark looks like a good player. Goalkeeper, okay, worth noting. Foreign players, we've got heaps of space, so we're fine with that. I did do that too. Okay, quick save. I have to rename my save files later. I think our facilities are decent though. Might not be quite as good U5s as Wellington, but club facilities. There we are. We've got good training, average youth, good stadium, okay corporate. The staff is a similar situation to Wellington. We're just not able to hire any coaches because they all want like £500 a week. So I've been trying, but just been impossible. So outside our set piece coach, we're kind of on our own, but the rest of the staff are okay that we're able to get in. I've tried to get the DOF now to sign all our coaching staff because I can't do it. It's too impossible on the game this year. You got people who are willing to work for the reserve team on £60 a week, but then you say, how about the first team, and they want £560 a week, and they throw a tantrum when you don't offer them that. But, right, I've got a friendly coming up. Keep an eye on player fitness before that. Keep the morale, or get the morale up. Voisey Jordan, who looked really good in that friendly yesterday, but according to a tribute, is only our backup right winger. Yeah, that's fine. So, we're looking like everyone's fit and available. Good stuff. That is what we want to see. Full squad in the first team, plus hopefully, so we might actually chuck Ferris as first choice, I'm thinking. Because as Easy was suggesting, probably is a bit more stuff about her to actually get to that potential she has. And the mentals. So we'll chuck Zara. That's a better deal from our, who is that? Our Doff. Yeah, sure. We might let that one fly. Given our left back situation. Okay, pitch size. Yeah, current. I don't find that pitch size makes much of a difference. The good old number 2 sports ground, because we get treated so well here on the women's side at Newcastle. Bit harsh, really, because I'm probably outperforming the men. Right, we're going to make a signing. Yeah, woo! Get to. Oh, where's my? Oh, not a song, Shaun. Where's a? No, I Like Money is not really the. Where's my thing? Where's the right noise for this? I'm going to go back a couple. Where did I put that one? I have no idea where I put that noise. Okay. Oh, there it is. Why did I call it that? In comes Sylvia Christabel. We got there eventually. Beefy, I've forgotten about using that button even back at Mahjong, didn't I? So that's all right. So we've got a signing, no left foot, but that will certainly improve us at left back as long as we can register her, which I presume we can because other signings are coming through. So why on earth would we not be able to? Yes, we can. Okay, so that whole deadline that they were giving us is a bunch of nonsense, which is good. Cool, we'll register you. So we want you here. And that is all we can do because the maximum of 1 player is allowed to be registered. There's some really odd rules in this league. I'm going to have to pay attention, aren't I? Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Confirm, yes. Registered, I think. Awesome. English might help, although, okay, so we can't do anything else now for 192 days. We cannot sign anyone. If I think about signing someone, remind me not to until, how long's that? It's pretty much the end of the season. And we'll get you straight in. Sparks can go out of the team completely. Christabel. Sparks is registered, but we'll just chuck her into the reserve team for now. And that's going to be essentially best 11 for this first season here at Newcastle. Right. It's very solid looking all over the park. So I suppose that's good. Just see if some of these role changes that we have to do from Mahjong are going to work for us or not, given the lack of real DM ability of some of these midfielders that we've got can do a job there, but a lot better further forward. So hopefully it's going to pay off for us. Right, we've got a friendly about to happen. Now, I was going to try and shush up my insulin pump. Hold on. There we go. Right, that should make this noise now. I mean, I'm a little bit worried about the defensive side, but we are scoring a lot of goals, so that's good. And they are coming, the goals that we can see, kind of like in a switch-off period as well, it feels like. So that is nice. If we go to squad 2, I've got my assistant, not my assistant, we haven't got an assistant. I've got my set piece coach doing those, but I do wonder if we should maybe have a look at them. No, okay, that's fine. As long as you're actually going to get the right, penalties as well. So, who have we got here? Kind of weird that finishing's not part of the thing here. But Sullivan's probably quite good. Talon Hineker. Luchtmeyer's not on the first team. O'Donoghue is. Although there's not much difference between those two. It's all the same freaking attribute anyway, isn't it, really? So we'll go with those. I do want to just see the better finishes out of all these. 11. 12 finishing. We might actually bump you up there. Talon. Dream 11 herself. Yeah, and also that one. 12 finishing. 12 11. It's supposed to be a better penalty taker. I mean, to be fair, there's not a lot of difference. I think we'll leave it at that for our penalty takers. But yeah, the arse man, well, not the arse man, the set piece man should be doing the set pieces and really aiming for that gigantic, for women's football centre back we've got, who's just finished runner up with the Australian under-20s at that under-20 World Cup. Should be some pretty high ceilings on both those centre backs, given that, I'd like to think. Oh yes, sure. Let's go to a press conference about this one. I swear Ella has had a sex change, but nonetheless, start press conference. Chris, you look like what it says on the tin. We hope she'll be good. Yeah, better in every match. Yes, that's why we signed her. Go down in history. Oh, look. Don't think any player needs that sort of pressure on arrival. Hopefully if we need her to, she can play different roles. Yep, I think that... Do we have any long-term goals here? I think that fills them. She'll settle them fine. In fact, I mean, yeah, something... What's going on with you, Ella? Anyway, hello. Now this would be very handy. No left backs, which would have been quite nice there, but apparently we've got a couple of fine strikers coming through. A great goalkeeper, couple of decent CMs, more centre backs, and from wide midfielder down, it's a bit average, but striker in particular, could have the next Sam Kerr coming through. Hopefully without the we'll move on from that. Right, Sykes. Who was Sykes? Reserve team sports scientist. Cool. Just keep on top of this so it's not gonna... I mean, there's some pretty average recommendations coming through now. But we can't do transfers now, so we've got... Oh, now they bring in one like this. Greatly... Oh, what? Oh, you wangs, why did you wait so long? The wage might have been an issue, but that's annoying. I could see that coming from a mile away. Finally find me a good left back after we sign one. Should mean we're going to get some couple of games in today. I've got to probably knock off about 4:30 my time. We come up to 3 o'clock, so you got a fair bit of me left. So we should get a couple of games, and you might even get that Wellington one, which is going to be all sorts of tasty because of what happened yesterday. Okay, we've got another friendly game, so we're going to miss a couple of players for this next one, which is a bit frustrating. Why are they playing friendlies right after a World Cup? That doesn't make much sense. Anyway. And yep, that's fine. You've got just enough potential. What wage are they offering you? I mean, 5 determination. You know what? Cancel. You're not good enough for the Jets. We need determined people here. Amy, go figure out your life, Amy. We pulled out of a deal for, yes, we did. Second thoughts about the whole process. Mentality monsters, that's it. We're I mean, I've pretty much taken that from your suggestion actually earlier. I was like, yeah, it's a good idea there from chat. It makes sense, so you know. All right. Now there's all sorts happening. That's fine because we can't do anything. Oh, they've gone for Fuller, the Vuck, the Yucky Vucky. Okay. Jules Brand, has won the Golden Ball from Lyon, powerhouse of the women's game over in France. I should actually see what that's done to our season preview. We're doing the stuff that Arnie Slot should have been checking before he signed players for Liverpool this season, though. Making sure the actual mentality monsters. Yeah. I mean, it's getting better, but still. Yeah, wow. Actually, I think we'll still be alright. We've got Wolves next, and mental stats OP. Well, yeah, yeah, but I mean, I'd argue TK has been better than Isaac anyway. So you know, right. Title odds. Where are we? Don't tell me. Okay, we'll check it shortly. We're probably where we were already. Don't tell me Wellington are ahead of us. What? When did that change? No! No, they can't be better than us. We left them. Oh, God, I hope we pump them. Iketega's kind of a shit start. Yeah, he's been doing quite well, though, this year. But yeah. I'll say, I mean, it's Wolves on the weekend. They have been actually looking semi-handy of late, but hopefully that's a horrific. No, I don't want, I mean, okay, I appreciate they've looked at the determination more. Doesn't matter if they've only got 2-star potential. It's going to, no. Oh yeah, that's all right. But yeah, hopefully Liverpool get a W over Wolves. Not too sure who they've got off the back of that, to be fair, because it goes so freaking quickly at the moment. Okay, fine. We'll do the squad numbers. Yeah, you're number 1. Jeez, there's some interesting choices we can make here. I mean, most people have got their preferred number. What do we give you? You're a centre back. Why? Who's our right back? Buchanan. You can have 2. And Hurst can have 5 because she's actually a centre back. Actually, no, wait. That. There we go. That's better. Because McKee's going to start alongside Kakasi. And I'm sure most of that makes sense, apart from Sakita being that number. 10. And behind the striker, sure, that'll be fine. Right, yep, here we go. Right, now we can burn for a bit more. We are going to have to change our team for this game too a little bit, aren't we, with those players missing on under 20 duty. But I suppose the fun thing in women's football is that a lot of players do like let their contracts run down, which could be quite fun for us in terms of like properly rebuilding. Might make it a bit easier than on the men's side. Might being the key word. And to sort out the wage issues here as well, because they're probably not great now. I'll say that's improved a lot with those players that we let go of. Okay, and we've got the actually no, because we released the player who we sold, so that's okay. Who we sold to City, so that's quite handy as well. So yeah, that's definitely helped because we were 2.5k over. So it's not looking so bad here now, and of course we're not in as much all over financial rubbish as Wellington are. So long term, it's probably a better spot to be. Hence why we're here. I presume that's why we're here. It wasn't people torturing me yesterday. He says hopefully. Okay. Right, so we're 2 more friendlies away from kicking off against Perth, who, well, the game says are the worst team in the league. So hopefully that's all right. Don't be too long term. That's fine. That's fine. And 5-2, so we're looking good goal scoring wise. No, is there anything? Maybe we should start watching these goals just to see if there's a theme with the ones that we're conceding. We'll seal in here. Just want to make sure that there's nothing obvious that's going to be an issue when we get into matches. We are in the gold here, in case anyone's wondering. So this is, oh, we didn't even change our team for that game, so we've probably done not bad there with a couple of random assistant manager selections. Naomi, oh, that's a bit fortunate. Okay, that's a bit of a lucky goal, but hey, we want to keep an eye on defence more than attack here, I think. Okay, now I thought that might be about to be something horrific there, but thankfully it wasn't. Okay, this is one of our goals, is it? Okay, that's I mean, I suppose that will fulfill the supporters with their direct counter attack if we score goals like that, so that's okay. Okay, I thought the highlights might have been cut down shorter than with the recent update, but apparently not, even for these goals, because we are seeing a lot of fluff before them, aren't we? Alright, here's our star girl, Talon Henniker. Krista Bale, before she got injured, loses the ball. Wins it back, that pressing fullback, was it? No, okay, no, it loses it, but oh, that might not be a great start. Logie, the TV award. Outright, okay. Okay, how do we concede this if it's a goal? Okay, that's just a bit loose down that side. I don't know if we can read too much into that. Oh, it's not a goal. Okay, I thought that was going to be a really nice goal there. I mean, right, Kennedy. You've got to remember too, this was a pretty average centre back partnership we put out for this game. But geez, they really are going to making any sort of videos on this game hard for me this year, aren't they, with how long these highlights are. The pullback there for O'Donoghue. Oh, is it set piece? Okay, I can't understand if we can see from there. Yeah. Oh, what? Wait, hold on. Okay. Off the post. So, it's actually gonna be... Man, they show some fluff before goals. They really do. At least their shot came off the post, but goodness me. It takes a while to get to the end product here. Like, yeah, okay. Got there eventually, but goodness me, they do show a lot of build-up this year. Especially when I'm just trying to see their goals. Poutney, Drew. Ball over the top. Okay, so this might also be our goal, actually. Good header forward. There, O'Donoghue. De Oliveira, Sullivan. Okay, ball over the top. O'Donoghue probably going to pull this one across. Oh no, back for Buchanan. Oh, good finish there. Okay. Okay, respect that from the right back. They do love the archer here, don't they? Noticing in the goal celebrations. Okay, if there's no clear pattern, there isn't. I mean, there's not going to be a pattern because they only scored 2 goals and the first was sloppy. So, now Voicey Yalden, I am quite tempted to start you based on what you did in the game we played yesterday. No assist that time. And we've lost the ball. Why are we seeing so much? Why do we have to sit through so much? Cordelino. Poutney. Poutney. They are getting us a bit wide. Okay, that's probably all we can take from those. Stop crosses maybe, if that's not turned on. Out of position. Oh, wait, we've got stop crosses on. Okay. I suppose we'll do that. Okay, we'll just leave it as it was. We'll win games. Right, sorry about that. I thought I might actually find something useful out about that defensively, but just had to sit for a bunch of not goals. One more friendly, and then we've got our opening game of the season anyway. We should probably get Christabel onto general rehab too. Now that I think of it, it would be quite smart. Okay, good. The Cicadas that are blind there against North Korea. Training. Christabel also, she figure out that we want you to be doing, I think, a wing back, wasn't it? How's your vision? Saying okay, yeah, wing back. think that's what we had out left. Yes, okay. 2 days, you'll be fine for our last preseason game. Pape Matasada Liverpool would be a deal. Here we go. We're finally getting there eventually. One more friendly, and then we're good. We've been at 3 clubs since we played our last game of competitive football, which takes some doing, but we're getting there. Now, what would this do actually? I thought it told us, but it doesn't, so we'll just leave it on normal. Now, oh yeah, we probably want to think about this, don't we? So that might be a later in the season thing. See how these players go first. Might have to do that before we come back on Saturday and Extreme people. Back to sort of a bit more of the usual schedule after today. So, yeah, a couple of days off. Obviously, Christmas tomorrow. Recovery day, aka Boxing Day, the day after. So, victory got fuller. Probably, yeah, get rid of that. We have cool, and also transfer room in. Cool, right. Might just clean that up for us now. There's a reserve League 2, it looks like, actually. Just noticing there after the day after that proper A-League team plays. So that's going to be handy. Keep everyone ticking over fitness-wise. McKee's injured. These didn't need that. Okay, there goes one of our centre backs. Lower back stress fracture in training. We'll go off to the specialist. Right, so Jess is gone. So what we need to do here, I think it was Drever who we had training as a centre back. Yes, okay, so Drever comes in. Quite high potential. And then from our reserves, I think it's Akamana who will move up. There we go. Right. Okay, it's early blow though, losing one of our first choice centre backs. Potentially should have. I mean, there's a training injury, can't do much about that. So much under 20 football might not help with that. Handy player there out of Germany. Okay, fitness tests are done. That's good. Right, one more friendly. Good result, please. 6-0. We'll take that all day, every day. And we can start getting into some actual football. All right, Kaylee, you need to be seeing the example here this season. You are the, Dream 11 player and all that. She's okay. Maybe should have rested her for that game. Should recover in a week though, surely. She's developing really well. I'm tempted from the very start of the season to just pull the trigger there. Although I think there was a reason that it might be an issue, is that she's not great there out of position. If we can get her, I'll check her training and then get her onto that. But she might get into that first team a bit sooner than is it attacking wide midfield? It is, okay. Hopefully that might improve some of those attributes with her. But she's looking very handy based on what I saw in the friendly we played yesterday. Created a lot of chances and already bumping up in terms of her current ability. But Perth, now I'm pretty sure they are, and they still are, the absolute worst team in this league. Them in Brisbane by a country mile. With Central Coast and Canberra not a lot better. If we don't beat those 4 teams, we've got no chance of going into the finals, and that's what we expected here at Newcastle. So, we can do a prediction, people. It's been a while. We are at home, so we're just going to change everything here. Can't just rely on Manjung being there. Right, Newcastle United. I mean, it's not. It's just Jets. Otherwise, it's going to confuse people. And we're playing the Perth. Oh, sorry, bumpy. Glory. Hopefully not. Right. Bumper. Predictions live. Should be a game we're winning. Now, review the captaincy. Is there anyone here who's a sneaky good option? I mean, I wouldn't mind giving something to the star player, but 10-10's not great. Probably makes sense to, although Rutter's not really playing. So, seeing as Ruby's now sticking around for a while, if we can maybe talk to Luta. Cool, okay, she understands, so we can do that. So, review the captaincy. I want to change the vice captain to Ruby Sullivan. And then we should be good. Acknowledge. Get me out of the screen and confirm. Right. So we've got a pretty solid all-round first 11. And even on the, apart from left back on the bench, we're not too bad either. So hopefully, a solid mid-table season here. Oh my, why is that such a short gap first week? Okay, going to fly through the first week. Why have they, I swear there's never midweek games at that time of the year, but apparently there is. Oh no, I do follow the league a little bit, but I'm very sure they do not play at that midweek games. But anyway, we are early on, which is, and that's against it. I mean, to be fair, those first 2 games are very, very winnable based on what we just saw in the season preview. So if we're not in a good spot after those first 2, yikes. Offer made for Kara. I presume that's not from us. Because we have nuked a couple of our Doff's suggestions. He's also not done a lot in terms of staff, has he? Oh no, you have, and it's a horrific player. Right, let's withdraw. I mean, it's getting better at determination. Just if you can combine that with potential, that'll be quite nice. Scouting update. I will sort that out off stream. We are relatively heavy favourites at 45% here for our first game in charge of the Jets. But here we go, our first game in charge, and it's our 150th game in football. Oh, milestones of the clock. Poor old Wellington thought there was going to be them. But no. Sneaky old Newcastle came in and gave us a coaching badge and a club with actual, money. Well, we'll say money. That's probably a bit of a stretch. No, if that's all they've got to say about our tactic, I reckon we're doing the right thing here. Oh, we have gone down a bit though. Oh, we did have to play, like, because of the whole league rule thing, had to sort of do some weird stuff there, didn't we, with some compensation because players had to be released. Now, a lot of these players we can give a solid 90 to, hopefully. Yeah, subs. It's fine. Holly Mack. Yeah, quite good. Where did she was at Melbourne City, okay. Oh, losing her on a free would have been, it's Melbourne, which is lols about that, but worth a ton now. That's the sort of player we want to come for our youth intake. No, yeah, there's a bit of a difference there in the American League, isn't there, compared to the A-League? But I think we're about to get stuck into it here. Squad dynamics are actually pretty good now, which is nice. We sorted out a little issue with that before we came back for today's stream. Oh, geez, Canberra have pumped there, the Central Coast. So if we don't do that, then issues, because I think Canberra are only, yeah, geez, yeah. Yeah, we've got to be winning these first couple of games, especially this first one. Here we go, quick save. And we've got some actual football. Hopefully our left back with no left foot's going to do a decent job for us, and all the other players as well can show that they're going to be solid options for us in our first season here. Drever centre-back's a little bit of a worry, but I mean, we can't do much about that because Mackay's still out for 6 to 7 weeks. Yeah, we've not got great bench options there. A lot of promise, but not much else. Right, here we go. Okay. Lucky I checked this. We only got 7 subs. So, neither of those centre backs on the bench actually, because Ferris can cover both. We will go between. I mean, it's definitely Crutwell on the bench. I really want to go with Voisey Yulden. Now, Migliazza, sorry. I mean, we need to put Royster on the bench, don't we? She's quite good as well. And then, is the versatility a bit more of a plus for her over Luke Meyer? It might be, It might be, We can shift players around, but more options on. We're covering everywhere with this current bench situation. So I think that's what we go with. Oh, and what's this? No, stop bidding for such rubbish players. I appreciate the determination on them, but jeepers. All right, here we go. First game, finally. At home at the number 2 sports ground. Can we beat the worst team in the league? Any names there I recognise? I don't think so. Home form's important. Ladies, let's show these girls what they're in for a tough season. Right. No pre-match interview. Love that, because that's one of the few media things I'm doing here. 4-2-3-1 versus 4-2-3-1, but ours is a bit more positive. And let's hopefully get ourselves right near that top of the table. Get a good goal differential first week. Perf in the purple pinky outfit. We are in the traditional Jets colours, really. The gold with the blue and red trim. And here we go. We're underway in the Ninja A-League. What a name. What a comp name. We better frickin' win this. And we're on the attack. Here we go. Nami, who's probably not far away from getting replaced as long as our other right winger can actually learn how to defend. We do lose the ball there, but we tell you what, we're tracking back nicely. We've got a lot of players forward. Just our 2 centre-backs sitting back. That was nearly a worldie there from Talon Henneke. That was going so quick the game couldn't keep up. But encouraging start. Okay, come on. You've been good for me in the pre-season. Let's keep it going here in the regular. We do have time to build up for the finals, to be fair, but okay, here we go. We've won in the air. Now we just surge forward like a jet. Cicada plays it back. Sullivan back over the top. Naomi into the mixer. It's a goal. It's Sarah O'Donoghue. Daniela Naomi with the assist, probably the player under the most pressure, and we take a 1-0 lead. Look at all those bodies in the box. Good luck, Perth. Good luck dealing with this A-League this season. And easy, that's exactly right. A goal. That's what we want to see against the worst team in the league, a lot of these. And get that tactical familiarity up nice and early. And then we can build into the games against tough teams. Don't concede now. Cheers. Oh. Wow. I think that was their first attack of the game. And they've made it 1-1. That was a bit easy. What's happened here? Just optional defending from everyone there. Yeah. We'll encourage. But, oh, what on earth? No. Oh, no, get back in goal. Okay, thank you, thank you. Oh, my lord, what's happening? Oh. I mean, the punch in them wasn't awful, but I mean, it's not a bad effort, this from Dummich. Yikes. Okay, that's come out of nowhere really. We're looking quite good until we scored. There's the one area that we've changed from Manjung is the midfield being so far forward. Oh, O'Donoghue. Yes, okay, right. This could be chaotic score lines here. Maybe we do need to consider actually pulling Sullivan a bit further back on defence. just, I don't, be fair, both those goals we've conceded. I don't know if it's really got much to do with our shape. It is concerning though that we've, yeah, foot on the gas, no stress. Oh, hold on, I'll get rid of that person there. Hold on. I'll do it at half time, but I'll load it up so I ban that person. Right. We're playing the better football, just when we're down the wrong end, it's not ending well for us. Right, I'll just do this while this gets started because I feel like it's going to be a highlight that's going to take a little while. Win in the air. Okay, yeah, we've got the midfield numbers. Boom. Sweet. Right, done that now. Right. Oh, Sullivan. Our midfielders love a goal. Goodness me, Ruby. Right, we're back in front. The mentality monsters here at Newcastle. But Talon Henniker picks out Sullivan. They just have no idea what to do when we're on the attack. Unfortunately, they've got a very good idea about what to do when we're on the defence. But that's good. We've got a lead. Again, I mean, geez, the goalkeeping ratings have got to be shocking in this game, don't they? Look at those shots on target and the goals. 100% ratio for both teams. They may as well not be there, the goalkeepers. But, okay, we're ahead at half time. And the goalkeeper has actually saved a shot eventually. I mean, I've just seen the match momentum. And it's so encouraging. It's really confusing the scoreline. Especially because they've got no manager. What on earth? Do I need to think about just what we do with Sullivan in the second half? Our position. She's currently just as a centre mid. We could just DM there. She's not horrific at it, is she? I might do that. Just, we'll see how it looks. Probably doesn't change too much, but I mean, I don't mind that shape, but what happens if we do just go with that whole centre mid thing again? A bit further forward, isn't she? Like properly a bit further forward. We maybe do think about that then. Did I have the wrong? I have the wrong one there. Okay. So it's actually O'Donoghue that would be, no? Yeah, okay, right. So in that case, hold on. So does that change anything then? We'll leave it for now. I don't know if confirm the no changes. Right. Going well, capable of better. Improve the defense. The rest of you are going quite well. And hopefully we can, yeah, be a bit more solid in the second half, but already a bit worried about the big gap in there, maybe. I don't know. I like it on attack, though. That's the thing. We're really well positioned to have a crack at them. Yeah, just the bodies. Teams just are going to struggle to get through us. Talon pulls it back. Christabel. Oh, yeah, Sullivan. Right, we've got our cushion goal. Our midfielders are going to be top goal scorers this year, the way it's going. Goodness me. But the liquid football on show here, goodness me. I mean, Mastulovic, sorry, I was before, anyway. She just went the complete wrong way. 4-2. So this is good. We do have a quick backup, which we probably need to consider at some point. Also, Christabel is coming back from a recent injury, so fair for her. We'll just do that for now. D. Oliveira's not going too well up top. Let's give a run to Migliazza. Couple of subs there. And just as we do that, there is a highlight. Sullivan up to O'Donoghue. Look at the pace at which we're trying to get this in behind. Migliazza, loose touch. Sakita though. Back to Naomi, into the mixer. They hit it away, but poorly. Talon's there to tidy things up. Oh, far post. No, it's off the woodwork. It's off the woodwork. They're going to try and clear it. We are, well, oh, hold on. I was going to say we're going to win this, but there's a huge gap because no DM. Yeah, we might need to work on that. That showed it a bit more than other stuff we've seen so far. Yeah, I think that might be a change that's needed, actually. So it's Sullivan that can go back. She's not very good at a lot of that stuff. I'd love her to do screening, but I don't think it's going to work very well. Interesting how that goes. Like, Sakita kind of drifts in between, but then they switch. But anyway, I'll try it. I didn't like what I saw from that. And also, we'll go Caro. It's a weird sort of way that shape falls for whatever reason. But we'll try it in defense and just see if that might make us a bit less vulnerable. Okay, anyone else that we should consider giving a rest to here with games coming up in only a couple of days? I mean, we don't. Oh, they're on hat tricks. It's probably not a great idea, is it? Combined as well, Shaun. So Kid is going fairly, but we have to do some funky stuff here, but we can. Loiter for you. I want to give some game time here to the youngsters, so we'll do those last couple of subs. Thankfully, our goalkeeper has actually made a stop in the second half. Okay. We're on the ball. O'Donoghue. Back to Sullivan. Does almost look like a 4-3-3 when we're kind of making our way forward out of defence. I don't mind that. Now, Voisey Yilden. Oh, that should have been 5. Should have been 5, but it wasn't off the woodwork. Does love creating a chance there, Voisey Yilden. We'll get into that first team relatively soon, I think. Well, that wasn't the greatest ball, but she's back in there trying to fight for it. O'Donoghue. Out there to Talon. No. Oh, there's a lot of space there. This is a bit easy when they're trying to make it out from the back. We are quite vulnerable to the counter, it feels like. But otherwise, it's a solid first up win. Probably both teams kind of double what they should have there, their scoreline. Concerning signs when we went 2-1 down. But hey, we pick up a win. Good. Not great, just good. We pick up the W to start our time here at Newcastle. And for now, up to second, but obviously can't read too much into it this early. And we can now praise training as well. Happy days. But yeah, I think we're going to want to play off a DM. Be really nice if we could find another one going into next season. Even if it's just for when we're in defense, but just does feel like we're a little bit vulnerable here, eh? We haven't got a... Crowell's got a bit of potential, but those two midfielders we've got are quite good. So I don't want to muck around with them too much. I think a DM is just as it is. It could be a screening DM, to be fair. We might try a screening DM just because that's what she's supposed to be quite good at. I don't know why it doesn't just go the other way around, but anyway, that's kind of weird how it does that with Sakita and Sullivan, but whatever, I guess. Could change their sides around maybe to try and make that less weird. But I suppose with the player making wing back there, it's probably not the worst side. Oh, yeah, hold on. So let's try. And switch those two around. And so it's a center mid and a screening DM, but the other way around. And then if I check team instructions, hopefully now it's... Why is it still weird? So it's made no difference. Awesome. I'll leave it as it was then, but that's so random, eh? Will that do it? I haven't got that the right way around now. What was I training these two on? I'm getting too confused by this now. Advanced Playmaker on O'Donoghue. Okay. What about Sullivan? Yeah, chin on mid. What I think she was... Why was I doing that on her? Sure it wasn't just a centre mid I was supposed to do there. Midfield playmaker might work a bit more. We'll try that on Sullivan. Not that she played badly at all in that game, but for whatever reason, just ignoring one of her best roles. And then out. For whatever reason, nothing's really changed there. So, yeah, we'll try that. Even though I'm not really sure why it's doing the weird switchy thing late. And if I look at the instructions out of position, we're standard defensive line. Anyway, well, why are we going for her? She is not very good. Well, I would actually want to rest some players here too, because we've got a quick backup before we play another team who are not supposed to be super great, but we weren't exactly amazing in that game. But Central Coast next on the road too, so that could be a little bit more tricky. The good old sauce bottle stadium we might be off to here. Not too sure, to be fair. If that's where the women play, but yeah. There is a new prediction live. Well, hopefully just that slight change is going to help us in terms of just making sure that we're a little bit more solid defensively. Geez, the reserves have gone off. How did the Phoenix get on? Our brief former club. Because that's probably our first solid test of the season. They have lost to Sydney or Brisbane. Oh, if they've lost to Brisbane, that's not good for them. Adelaide. Okay. I think Adelaide is somewhat good. Although, I mean, I've changed the odds on us straight away after that win, so that's good. We're joint with Wellington now, but yeah, okay, Adelaide are actually semi-decent. Oh, sorry. Hiccup. Okay, 500 season tickets. Lovely. We're playing at the Central Coast Stadium. All right. Might be the actual stadium, to be fair, especially if it's a midweek game. We've got an injury. It's to our backup striker who's not in the squad. So hopefully that's not too bad. 1 to 3 days will get you on rehab. Looked Maya. There we are. Right. And yeah, Mackay's still out quite long term as well. Of course, Shaun, because it's only been a couple of days. Yeah, we've got some. Going to be quite handy when these youngsters come through, and we can maybe rock with 2 DMs in defence. Oh, of course, F1 Derby. Right. So Derby as well. Now they want us to do a. Okay, I guess we'll do that. Engage higher up the pitch. I'll see what that does. I'm not too sure if I'll keep that one. And aren't you injured? Yeah, the other 3 can play. Yep, that's all fine. Yeah, what does that do to our tactics? High defensive line. It would, in a weird way, kind of fix that big gap. So we might rock with this here, just see what happens. Because there was quite a big gap in between the back 4 and the midfield 2. So I suppose if we push up, it might reduce that a bit. So we might actually rock with that. What happened here? Okay, we've already taken the captaincy off her. Ooh, the victory being City is a bit of an upset, right? So we're still in second somehow. We could go top of the table here, right? Let's do a quick save, and hopefully make it 2 from 2 because these really are, on paper, giving us to start our season. But it does allow us a chance to try some stuff out too and just see what's going to work and what might not before we host the Phoenix with a bit of heat in that game, of course. Everyone played quite well, just Sakita de Oliveira and Christabel. So we'll see if slight change in role there for Sullivan both ways is going to do much. She was really good in that first game, to be fair, so it's probably a bit of a mad idea that, but we'll see. And if De Oliveira doesn't perform, we've got a pretty handy striker who's going to be coming back from injury, who could always go in there as well. Have these guys got a manager? Not too sure. You pick up where you left off, because we eventually finished that game off relatively well. And again, no interview. Right. CCM with the diamond. Interesting. Well, we are going with that 4-2-3-1, which does look a little bit interesting defensively, but hopefully going to do a job for us. Jet's going to get a nosebleed up there in a second. Away from home in the white and gold, which doesn't... I mean, yeah, but to be fair, everything's a kick clash here. But we are kicking the game off against Central Coast in the all yellow. They look like a Coldplay song or a jar of mustard, which to be fair, knowing the stadium, might be appropriate. They've got a throw in early. It's a long throw too. Oh no. Horrible goal to concede. What are we doing there? Christabel, was that you? They've Arsenaled us, and I don't like it. Clement has thrown it in here. We've tried to head it away. Naomi's just missed it, and then there's just been a schmozzle there between our own players. Not sure what's happened there. We've gone a goal down though. And we are paying a set piece coach, which makes that all the more confusing. Oh no, we've lost that. Oh no, we haven't. Okay, good work from Christabel. Right, Talon Henniker. O'Donoghue, De Oliveira, Sullivan starts to make her way forward. Naomi, oh, great work from you. There we go, we're back. De Oliveira, first goal for the season. And 1-1. Yeah, Sullivan's going to be pretty crucial, it's already looking like. But that's, I mean, might nutmeg the keeper there in a weird way. Straight through for Daly. But 1-1. Oh, geez, we're getting caught out a little bit more here than the previous game. Not sure if it's a higher defensive line or what, but we'll see. Oh, that was initially good from Talon, but then we've lost the ball. Oh, that's got to be off. Got to be off. Is off, thankfully. Definitely the better XG so far in possession, so I suppose we're happy about that. A little bit frustrating to concede that set piece goal, but outside of that, ever since we've been playing with a DM, I won't speak just in case, but it's looking like we might be a touch more solid. Christabel, the run from Talon, floats it in. Oh, it's horrific from the Central Coast goalkeeper. And De Oliveira makes it too. Put a little bit of pressure on it before that game. Just to did mention the backup striker. She must have heard me because she's now picked up a double. But this is not great work there from their goalkeeper. And Fideli comes out for it and then crouches like a hidden tiger. But that's the complete wrong way around in the movie, isn't it? Either way, we're 2-1 up. That's the main thing. Still really hate how we're conceding from so little chances for the opposition. But they went full Arsenal Brentford on us there early, so we'll just cop that. Right foot to the floor, eyes closed. Yeah, mate, we are. All gas, no brakes. And it looks like 2-1 up at the half. It's a pretty good half there. I think it's even better than what we played in the previous game. Just annoyingly, they've got that really early goal. But you've got to be pretty happy with that. No one out there playing poorly. Address the team. Again, going well, but capable of better. The supporters are going to be a little bit confused as to what we're doing because they expect us to do that direct counter-attacking stuff, but the board don't. So at a club that don't apparently care about their fans that much, I think I saw that before, low influence, I think we'll take that and just not really care about what they want. But unfortunately, is Central Coast here on the attack. Limits. We're only a goal up, remember, so it's not safe at all. What are we doing there defensively? With, yeah. Okay, it's gone wide. Cassie's doing some interesting stuff there. With how she's drifting. Sakita not having the best game on 6.4. Our midfielders not quite going off as much as they were in the previous game either. Okay, we've got the ball though, Buchanan. Up there to Naomi, Sullivan, back to Buchanan. Little triangle there to work. Draver, over to Carcassi. Really should be trying to get some set pieces and aiming for her, but we're not. Now Talon. Oh, here come the run. Sullivan blazes it wide. We know she can score those. And Sakita's just got a nice little bump in rating too, which is interesting. Buchanan a little bit tired, so maybe right back's going to be a early sub in this one. Oh, we've got all the space, but for some reason Talon just headed that one straight back to the coast. Although, oh no, okay, I thought we were going to put pressure on there and try and win that back. We're not. If they play a ball in behind us out wide here, which they do, yeah, now, geez, I need to find touch with those girls. Those are the stuff where FM does like to mess with you. Thankfully, Makami, a bit better than their goalkeeper was earlier. Hoofs it deep. Properly hoofs it deep. They go straight to their goalkeeper. What is this highlight? He starts thinking to himself. Fideli hoofs it deep. We're going to give it straight back to them. Oh no, not like this. Okay, thankfully it's gone over. A little bit ropey. Well, praise. I guess we're dominating stats-wise. Just extra goal would be quite nice. Why are we taking our set pieces so direct? Is my set piece coach a madman? Sullivan. Is she on? Going for the heady? She was. Oh. Good chance there. We should get this safely. We do through Buchanan. Will his highlight continue? Sullivan, Buchanan. Definitely dropping back there is Sullivan now to help out. Although we still like to play these balls over the top, which are going to pay off here. And De Oliveira gets a hat-trick. Just bypassing the press there. So I'm not too sure if it's what we were meaning to do in this game. But we have, and made it 3-1. It's, I'm not sure I'd call it pretty, but it's effective. Now, Christabel. Just coming inside, not quite. Goes back out. Does like to drift into DM as that playmaking wing back, so... Actually, no, wait, that's the other side when we're talking about normal wing back on her. Naomi. Oh, that's a pen. Pen all day. Right, that would be... Talon? Oh, will De Oliveira take this, actually? I don't remember who we sorted out for this. Might even be Sullivan. No, it's Talon. Star player. Dream 11. Well, that would have wrapped it up. Hasn't. Alright, we will start to think about some subs. Caro at right back because Buchanan's going a bit fairly. Sullivan's not having her best game, but we'll leave that for now. Migliazza in the cam. Just a couple of subs. Really should have been 4-1 there though. But we might get away with it. Hopefully I don't concede now, because if we make it 4-1, we can start to, you know, think about taking players off before the next game in a couple of days' time. But 3-1 with 12 left is still, well, 11 left is still a little bit dicey. Oh, that's a red card, probably. Yeah, right. So we'll probably take off the cam here and put Ferris instead. So what we'll do that, right? And I might even put Crutwell on and see what she likes to do. I can't. That's okay. What about? Yeah. What if we just drag you back completely and go there, and also there, and I can now figure out what you like. Deep line playmaker, sure, that works for me. And a DM? Just a DM. We'll try a DM on you. And yeah. Start to do a little bit of time wasting. Be more disciplined, girls. Yeah, it's a bit of a dum-dum there from Christabel. It's going to mean we're in trouble at left back for the next game a little bit. But thankfully, we did not do any silly subs before that. Go balanced as well, might not hurt. We'll make a late sub here. Just, what can we do? Let's Roy Tiffer Talon. Seeing as you missed a pen. Okay, I think we're going to get away with this despite that red, which is nice. Late enough that we could hold on. To be fair, Central Coast after that first highlight didn't fret and goal too much. So it's a shame about the red card, but it is 3 points, which is the main thing. And Benny with the lurk. Welcome in, mate. Hope you're doing well. Starting to get underway now at Newcastle, and we've picked up 2 wins from 2. Good win. And we are top of the table. Happy days. And Wellington have lost again. So we are taking on a struggling Phoenix. They have not recovered from us leaving them, it looks like. But we've come back from a goal down early and picked up a W. I don't think I'll appeal. I could tell it was going to happen there. Good work from you, ending your apparent goal drought. And we will again rest our players because we've got a short backup before really one of the most interesting games of our season. It's a good win for us to win a derby. Remember? Yeah, away from home. Central Coast might not be that good, but always good to win derbies, and also a red card in a derby and holding on is quite nice. We will need to actually, before I forget, change left back for this game. So we'll go Ferris and back up from the B team will be Sparky. Once I find her on here, there she is, right. And okay, that's a better deal. That's a much better deal for Bryony, although no determination. But I suppose that potential's worth taking a risk on. We've got quite a few centre backs though. Though, yeah, mate, there's enough there to maybe make it worthwhile, eh? Right, pound that prediction though for the Jets, and now comes the big one. The big one. Because we are about to take on the team that we thought we were going to be managing going to the season and are not. The Wellington Phoenix. A team expected to finish right alongside us. They're 6 points behind us early, which is nice. Oh, don't know if we like that. Oh, they lost the reserves. That's concerning. Yeah. We are the favourites just. But the Knicks, no good start. Couple of 1-0 defeats. They do have a very, like, their team's not bad at all. Like, on paper, probably could argue a better team. Georgia Doe is still there. Interesting. Wanted by Liverpool, remember? So that was interesting that she's remained. But yeah, we know a bit about the Knicks, obviously. Season preview-wise, they have now gone back above us, which is a little bit weird with how they've started things off, but we'll see how we go. As Western Sydney just destroy Perth, which does make our 4-2 win look a little bit more average. We've got Brisbane after the Knicks, so if we don't pick up a result here, we've at least got a good chance to get back on track, and then things will get tough, but we'll probably be worrying about most of those fixtures in Saturday's stream. Now, long range, right hand side. Okay, well, I'll see what that's changed. Sorry, tactics I'm looking for, not that. Yep, cool. That's all the same. Oh, that. Goodness me, no. Yeah, we'll just leave it. Figure it out as we go. Right. And fitness test. Right, here we go. Straight into it for game number 3 of our season. Remember, the A-League season ain't that long. Play every team twice, and or like I say, not that long. Do finals, so that's obviously gonna have an influence. But let's go quick save, and we'll get into game number 3 of it. The Shaun Belichick derby. So let's go. Hopefully the main train doesn't end the goal drought here. Everyone is fit. Did we change your training? Yeah, we did, but you haven't really got used to it yet. Sullivan, is that changed again? No? Okay, I don't know what she likes doing. Yeah, midfield playmaker, sure. We'll leave you on that. Hopefully you do a bit better than you did last game. And Sparkies can be left back 25, I guess. Right. So we've lost our only signing because of a red card. Let's hope we get the job done here. That is not the team I would have put out. Not sure who Ingsard is, so they must have signed her. They're not starting Georgia Doe. Or hey, that is a weird team. That is a weird team. Anyway, your home form's important, all that stuff. Honestly, now I've seen their team, I'd be a bit disappointed if we didn't win this, given what we know about the Knicks. And hopefully hold top spot. But we'll see. Probably a game where a draw's not a horrific result. Sparks, definitely the player to watch out for on their side, out right. Where we're going to play her out left to fit and Cook on the right. So that's interesting with what they're going with. They're in the black with the yellow sash, which, yeah, not sure what to make of that uniform. Honestly, we are back in our gold with the blue and red trim. And with home advantage, hopefully, going to do all right here. Yeah, who is inside? You were not, I don't remember you. But here we go, free kick. Oh, Buchanan, just over the bar. Well, see, this is where we should be aiming for Kakasi. So, set piece coach, like, what are you doing, bro? Do I need to take over? If we can see from this, I might take over. Inside. Hit it away. Sparks. In there for inside. Oh, thankfully over the bar, but tell you what, this. Oh, no, corner. Good save from Makami then. But this game already looking like it might be a little bit more to and fro based on early signs. It's interesting because my initial thoughts when I got here to Newcastle and we could actually see the players is I actually went, ooh, Wellington might have been better. But then I saw the scout report for one of those players that we had on trial there and it wasn't as good when we were here. So interesting stuff. That's a good finish from Rennie. Right, we go 1-0 down. Again, Hannah Rennie this time though. And it's an assist from the main train. Unfortunately, Kakasi's just got cooked there and can't recover. It's a nice little looping effort. That's top finish to be fair. So we go 1-0 down. Not for the first time today. So hopefully going to find a way back into this. Yeah, really good finish. Already wondering if we've sort of stuffed up Sullivan a little bit because she was really good in that first game and we've kind of mucked her around, eh? Trying to find a role that suits her more when she actually played quite well. So maybe we should go back to what we had on the channel mid with her. But we're trying to float balls in for some reason. Buchanan. I'll square it. Okay, that's not what I was looking for, but it's going to be a goal. It's a really lucky one to De Oliveira. Not sure what's happened there with the Wellington defence. It's kind of just loop it into the mixer until they make a mistake, and they did. It's come off the butt. I'm not even sure if it's off Hutchins. It might have been off the Frenchman that we were going to try and sell, and we've got to equalise it. So, yeah, 1-1 at the moment. Buchanan. Oh, this is nice from her. The playmaking wingback. Naomi. Oh, here comes Sikata. Support. Oh, De Oliveira was making the run. Gonna go back. That's gonna still find a teammate. Okay. And it's gone wide of it. Oh no, off the post. They score that cheeky goal and you get that. Yeah, that's yeah. That is how it fails actually. I mean, we are starting to get some dominance in this. I am just wondering about Sullivan's role because I think she played a lot better in the first game, didn't she? Hopefully win this. We do, right. Also did get an assist in the previous game though, so it might just be harsh. Oh, Talon. Oh, good save from Norris, unfortunately. Could try a change of role in the second half on Sullivan. We are starting to get into a good spot in this game now, actually, with a few highlights in a row. And she might be working a bit more, having gone back to a DMR. Here's a chance. There we go. We've got the lead. We don't need to change anything. Talon Henniker makes it 2-1. A proper good goal. Falila is their manager. Ooh, that's exotic. But Ferris into O'Donoghue and this through ball here. Lovely. Just gets on the wrong side of the ginger. Not sure who that is, but she couldn't read it. She was not on fire. And we make it 2-1. So we can now praise But like that pass from O'Donoghue, that's what we like to see. Good stuff from her, and we've got the attackers to finish. Really dominant spell after conceding that first goal through Rennie, which is nice. Bounced back well again. Be nice if we didn't get ourselves in that position. Like ever since then, it's been one-way traffic. So 2-1 lead. Yeah. And given we've got Ferris at left back for this, it's probably not a bad result the way it's going. Address the team. Yeah, their left winger ain't playing well. The player, I'm not too sure where she's come from. Address the team. Again, going well, but capable of better. And let's go. We've got the ball in the second half. Oh, no, oh, not this again. Seriously, I got sick of Bookhood doing that. Now we've got De Oliveira doing it. At least I didn't have to suffer through that at Wellington because I never managed the game. No silly restarts. I'm not sure why players do that though. Right, we're going to try and work out, I mean, we're going to easily work out from the back. That's quite simple. Buchanan out to Naomi. Ball does keep the ball. Billingsley doesn't quite win it. That'd be a frustration in FIFA. Oh, Sakita off the post. And why is our player in Talon run away from the ball? Oh, that could have been a chance to make it 3-1. Really nice ball in there for Sakita, but just couldn't quite finish it off. And Talon, a bit more awareness there, and we might have been able to get another chance on target. But we're looking pretty decent ever since we conceded. But another goal would be quite nice, just to try and wrap things up here. O'Donoghue, Talon. Oh, good save from Norris. Sullivan's going okay enough, I guess. Still, yeah. Those 2 goals in the first game have got me wondering if we've done the right thing in changing her role, but stats-wise, we're doing quite good, so should probably leave it for the moment. Sakita's not playing well, though, so we can bring on, I mean, De Oliveira can go back to a cam, and there's a second striker. Yeah, exactly, some fighters just need to taste blood. Let's chuck, I mean, she's got a goal up front. Migliazza. We should bring on a couple of options here. Loiter up top might not be horrific, actually. Be a current ability player. So we can do this. So I might try it. Reuter? I'm saying it like it's the news outlet. Or Buchanan's a bit tired. But we've got a highlight. Thrown inside the final third. If we can do something from this, I'll take you off Buchanan. How about that? Naomi, Talon. Beauty. You can have a sub now. Off you come for Caro. And that's a big one. 3-1 lead over the Knicks. That's why I'm here. That's why I've made the choice. And it was all my choice. You're right. But that's a lovely header from Talon. Norris couldn't get there. 3-1. Hopefully, that's just going to give us the cushion we need now. Because we have been all us since that. We went 1-0 down, although now I say that, we're probably going to concede. Because FM26 things. Oh yeah, it is Rennie. See that session? It's a bit hard to tell. Sometimes we do need to maybe pull back on our attackers a little, our wing backs a little bit somehow. They're going forward a little bit much. Just getting exposed a touch wide now. They've got set piece. This will be annoying. Main. It's annoying. Pepe Older. Okay, let's just start to do a little bit of time wasting here. Really don't deserve to not win this, so I'd be a bit frustrated if they found a way to make it a free all. It's a pretty handy header, that. But Pepe Alder gets it back to free too. Why can't I shout at my players? Let me shout, game. Oh, please keep the ball here, girls. Sullivan. Talon. Yes, right, found Ferris. 1-2. Jakar nearly thought she wasn't going to react to that. Talon. Back to O'Donoghue. Oh, Sullivan. De Oliveira. Oh, someone give a shot, please. Caro. Sullivan. Offside. Offside. Won't press the button. Worked it quite handily there, but yeah, it's not going to count. Now we might. Any subs we can make here that I want to make? Might take off the centre back who's apprehensive, been that way all game. Although we can't really do a lot there. Unless we move Ferris into centre back. You know, I might just leave it. I might just leave it. Yeah. Time waste a bit more and lower the tempo. Although now Talon's on a hat trick, can't take her off. Praise, come on. This is lovely time wasting from us, to be fair. Don't you dare, main. Yes, love that O'Donoghue. Right, got the ball back. Ferris. Oh, well, it's going to be our last game today too, guys. People. Guys, people. Just people, I think, counts. So early warning. De Oliveira. Oh, it's a long-range effort. Just over. Come on, hold on. Okay, we can make a few more subs now. O'Donoghue's a bit tired. Let's bring on Crutwell, who can do a job in DM. So we might even do that, actually. Just go to this. Oh, no. No, not like this. How are they getting it so easily out wide? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what's... Oh, that's lovely from Ferris. You know what? Never mind. Oh, Loiter out to Naomi. We probably should take Ferris off shortly. It's a corner. We'll leave it then. Actually, no, you're not. No, we'll waste time. Screw it. Oh, we've done all our subs. Why did I think I had one more? Now, Loiter, take your sweet, sweet time over this. That wasn't long enough. And oh, that you seriously not long enough. What have you done? Ingsard, not the person I don't know anything about. No. Thank goodness players don't react in this game. Right, that little girl's not coming on anytime soon. Why have we just run the ball out there? Okay, well, hold on. Really should have won that more comfortably. Something's not quite right with this defence, I feel like. But they don't have a manager. That's another team. But that's a quite handy one, that. Because Wellington, all right team, as we know. So, we've won the Belichick derby. Against my former employers, we've picked up a W, and we are currently all in our lonesome on top of the A-League, and we should really make it 4 from 4 to start off the next stream. Yeah, Talon's looking good. I think we leave things as they are for now. Massive crowd of 530 showing up for that game. Might just go forward to click and just see what happens the rest of this match week. We've got a decent gap now before our next game. We won't play anything else today. I just want to kind of see where things sit once more teams play. But good start. We've got 3 ones from 3. That last one in particular quite crucial. We're looking quite handy with our tactic. I think a bit better since we've gone with the DM defensive role on Sullivan. I think that was her name. Yeah, but maybe Yeah, tell our wingbacks to hold back a bit more. They're getting it in behind us a bit easy. But yeah, that's a really good start. We'll just go forward till the Sunday and make sure that nothing too strange happens. But while that's happening, I will just quickly find someone to raid. I've got to go cook dinner, so you guys go be nice to the person that we do raid. Who is live? I mean, is Benny live? He is. He's playing out of the park again. We might go see Benny again, you know. So we might load that up. But let's also sort this out for the backup team because they've got some stuff. Yes, Christabel can play for this team. Because you're going to be back in the team for the next game. And we should probably sort that out quite quickly as well, so I can send Sparks back down to the B team as well. Yeah, Mackay is 4 to 5 weeks away, so without one of our first choice players and 2 for that most recent game, not a bad couple of results there, I'd say, to start the season. Yeah, we'll just go forward, get through that reserve game, and then see what the A-League table does look like. Yeah, good start. Yeah, I think you guys have set me up nicely there for the with the move we made and getting a coaching badge as well. We've shown that we're a half decent manager, both in men and women's football. I suppose if we do find that we maybe are gonna struggle to get to a Champions League level here, there's always Japan, because there's the one better league on the women's side, but we'll try and stick out for Newcastle for a wee while. But yeah, wow, Charlton's Leon is pleading with me to come and get. Should they be doing that in the women's game? That headline's a bit interesting. A draw for the reserves. To be fair, the next reserve system did look quite handy. There were quite a few good players down there. Right, I'll get. Oh, actually, I need to do that on the other chat, Shaun. But yeah, cheers for coming today, guys. Thanks for hanging around. So have a very good Christmas. Of course, it's Christmas Eve here. So have a good Christmas. I'll probably catch you guys on Saturday. Think I'll be back around that usual 3 p.m.ish time. Maybe a bit earlier if I can sneak on earlier and wrap up a bit earlier. But Saturday afternoon New Zealand time, I don't think I'll be on Friday. So just keep that in mind, but a couple of days off. But enjoy your Christmas. I hope you all have a good one. Feed your faces if you're in a position to, all that good stuff. Yeah, we'll just check the table. Monday morning, we are top of it, joint with Canberra. Their defence quite solid. Ours is quite leaky. Not as bad as some, but that needs improvement, doesn't it? As I suspected. But good way to end things today. We got to the start of the season eventually, and yeah, if you're on YouTube, see you Saturday, about 3 p.m.ish, maybe a bit earlier. Actually, yeah, I don't. We'll say 3 p.m.ish. See you then. Bye.